Yo, welcome everyone. When Bitcoin hits our very important lower price targets, I will be entering new long trades. Get ready for the next move and try to not miss it. Let me show you. First, you can see Bitcoin got yesterday a push towards the upside directly above our recent highs right here. Unfortunately, we did not go towards our major golden Fibonacci ratio when we are connecting our all-time high right here with the recent low. Golden Fibonacci ratio at 117 and 118,000 US dollars, at least as of right now, still has not been hit. Bitcoin grabbed the liquidity above the recent high, and we are getting a rejection already back towards downside. And what you're right now going to see, pay attention to our liquidations, because remember yesterday, on the move towards the upside, short positions were the ones that got completely wrecked and completely liquidated. But right now, in the past 24 hours, longs, because of course we are getting a rejection, are getting wrecked. Almost 450 million of long positions as of right now have gotten liquidated in the past 24 hours. And again, people really have no idea of what they are doing in the market. And that is why today I want to share with you some very important levels we can be looking to buy, and of course where we can be looking for another long or a buy position on the Bitcoin price itself. Additionally, yesterday I mentioned to you, pay attention to the RSI indicator and to the MACD indicator on the 2-hour time frame, because both of them were forming hidden bearish divergences. Lower highs on Bitcoin, higher high on RSI, higher highs on the MACD indicator, hidden bearish divergence, bearish Bitcoin indication, and right now clearly we are getting a push towards the downside. And this is right now also why the semi gap that is right now just slightly lower, it is probably going to get filled literally in the next couple of hours. We need to push down to approximately 110,000 US dollar area for the semi gap right here to actually get filled. And to be honest, I do think Bitcoin literally in the next couple of hours can go slightly lower, fill the semi gap, and of course also then ideally hit our very nice areas of support, with the first one being at approximately 108.4 thousand US dollar area. Additionally, pay right now attention to exactly what other people are doing in the market. And of course, you can right now see lower highs are being formed on Bitcoin. We are clearly getting a rejection right here, but the CVD indicator has definitely gotten another push towards the upside with quite a significant open interest increase. What does it mean? People are right now already entering long positions at this specific area, but they are not able to push the price higher. Lower highs right here, higher highs, bearish absorption, bearish divergence, bearish Bitcoin indication. So this is right now why ideally I still want to see slightly lower targets. I still want to see Bitcoin filling our semi gap right here, at least before I would be potentially interested to fire another long or a buying position on the entire cryptocurrency market. This is right now also why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you an ascending channel we can identify on a lower term time frame. So what we are right now going to do, zooming in on the 30-minute time frame, we can actually be connecting our higher highs and also our higher lows, going with the high right here and connecting it with this specific high, extending this one towards the downside. And it does look like Bitcoin could actually be moving in some kind of an ascending channel. And right now, literally as we speak, we are trading exactly at the bottom of our ascending channel at some kind of an area of support. And now what we can also do right here, measuring the entire ascending channel with a fixed range volume profile for us to see where are the most important volume levels of this entire range. And it does look like value area low and the point of control are coming in exactly where Bitcoin is trading at this specific time. So let's see, of course, potentially if we are already going to get a bounce towards the upside. However, as I said before to you, ideally I still want lower targets on Bitcoin, simply because the semi gap at the moment it's still opened right here, and also we are still getting some bearish divergences or bearish absorption on the 30-minute time frame. So let's see if Bitcoin is going going to hit our next very important price target that I am going to show you in a moment. But now also, remember our exponential moving averages we have been talking about for the past couple of days. On the 30-minute, clearly we are in a downtrend because our 50 EMA is below the 200 EMA. On the 1 hourly, we are also in a downtrend. 2 hourly, also in a downtrend, but also right now, in the next couple of hours, probably we are going to get a cross of our 50 and 200 EMA. So this is right now going to mean on all very important time frames, 1 hourly, 2 hourly, and 4 hourly time frame, we are going to be in an average downtrend, which clearly is definitely not going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. Entering a downtrend, it is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. So definitely, when we are going to be looking for long positions, we need to have proper risk management. We need to have proper position size, proper stop loss in a case the trend is going to continue and Bitcoin is simply going to continue dropping even lower towards downside. But what is right now going to be the first important support level you should really pay attention to, where I'm going to look to fire a long position? So you can right now see the first liquidity level on Bitcoin is coming in exactly at 108.4 thousand US dollar area. Remember what we said yesterday with this specific level? When we go with our Fibonacci retracement from our swing low right here back towards the swing high, golden Fibonacci ratio is going to come in approximately at this specific level. So if our CME gap is going to get filled, definitely our liquidity level right here aligning with the golden Fibonacci ratio probably are also going to get hit. But here you really need to monitor the reaction. I am not going to be presetting limit orders at our golden Fibonacci ratio. We want to see some kind of a reaction back towards the upside before we can then of course enter another long position. We need to start closing the candles, ideally of course at least above our previous low right here, above the liquidity level, and then of course the next sign of strength is going to be once Bitcoin is going to reclaim the value area low at approximately 110.7 thousand US dollars. So what we can right now say, if Bitcoin does get a push down, hits our golden Fibonacci ratio, closes the candle above the recent low, this right here is the first bullish indication, and it means a successful swing failure pattern or a liquidity grab. The next step is then going to be we are going to reclaim our volume level right here, another bullish Bitcoin indication, and only in this scenario we can also be looking for another bigger bounce towards the upside. But of course, what if this specific support level right here is not going to hold? What if Bitcoin continues lower? In this scenario, I'm literally going to be looking for another lower low. That being said, for Bitcoin to drop below this specific low at 102,000 US dollars. Why is this specific low such an important price target? Simply because we do have right here, because of course it is the previous low, some liquidity. People that are right now already in their long positions are most probably setting the stop losses exactly below the low. Stop them out and only then pump it towards the upside. Another reason why the low right here is such an important price target is because slightly lower, we also do have our weekly level, which as of right now still has not been tapped. We got a push down, we got a very slight front run of our weekly level, so clearly this looks like another important target at 101,000 US dollar area if our first support level right here is not going to be able to hold. But nevertheless, as of right now, I am definitely not interested into entering another short position of Bitcoin. I am only looking for long positions, not only Bitcoin, also on Ethereum. And yes, I'm going to cover the Ethereum chart literally right now. Before we do so, of course, if you want to trade with us, you can get yourself a free 30,000 US dollar bonus, and only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free. Click the first link down below in the description, register, you get 20 USDT, but then also deposit because you can get even bigger bonuses completely for free using the first link down below. Right now, let me also share with you something regarding the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and then we need to talk about Ethereum. In terms of our liquidation heat map on the 1 week time frame, bigger liquidations are clearly coming in exactly above the recent highs. Yes, we still do have some liquidations below our recent lows right here, but nevertheless, bigger liquidations on the 1 week time frame and also on the 3-day time frame, it does look like they are going to be exactly above the recent highs. You can right now see on the 3-day time frame, bigger liquidations are going to come in at 116,000 $30,000 area, where over 100 million of short positions are going to get wrecked. So this specific level right here is right now acting as a magnet for Bitcoin. So let's see if we are going to be able to get some kind of a bounce toward the upside, maybe at our first support area right here, maybe even at our second one. But nevertheless, what can we right now expect with Ethereum? Pay attention right now to the Ethereum 1-day time frame. Overall speaking, sure, we got a rejection back down, but overall, I would still say, ideally, I am looking for another all-time high to happen literally in the next couple weeks right here, because we can right now say, potentially Ethereum finished the entire fourth elite wave, and we can be expecting for another impulse right here, which is then going to mean we are going to look towards our fifth elite wave, towards approximately $5,300 area at least. Zooming in on the 30-minute time frame, you're also going to see potentially we can talk about some kind of a bullish elite wave count, which is going to say impulse right here, correction, another impulse, another correction, another impulse toward the upside. The move up right here looks as a 5-wave price structure, and right now the correction can only be some kind of an ABC correction right here. And of course, on a potential higher low, we can be looking for another long or a buying position, not only on Bitcoin, but of course also on Ethereum. Ideally on Ethereum, I am not expecting a lower low right here. Sure, Bitcoin could get another lower low right here, maybe even hit the weekly, but ideally right now with Ethereum, because potentially we are finishing the first impulse right here, I don't want to see another lower low. What is right now going to be the most important target for Ethereum? We go simply from our low right here back towards the high, and we need to pay attention to the targets of our second elite wave. The first target is going to be 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, aligning very nicely also with our recent low right here for liquidity purposes, and also slightly lower, we still do have our golden Fibonacci ratio. If we go with the logarithmic scale, yes, the price targets are going to even more nicely align right here, but nevertheless, ideally right now, we are looking for price targets of at least $3,800 on Ethereum. So it pretty much means if Bitcoin right now does continue lower, we are going to feel the semi gap. We can be looking for long positions on Bitcoin, but not only on Bitcoin, but also of course on the Ethereum chart itself. And if you look like that, also potentially on the entire cryptocurrency market, also on different altcoins. But again, once again, with proper risk management, just in case our plan is not going to play out and we are going to continue our way even lower. But ideally right now, Ethereum's bottom is in right now. Let's see if we get some kind of a higher low and continuation towards another all-time high. This is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free $30,000 bonus, and only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free using the first link down below. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.